Welcome to the Magic Channel.
Have you ever thought that a poem could be a kind of survival guide for a democracy? Well, today we're going to unpack A Ballad of the Future Voters by Weerathunga W Nimal. And let me tell you, this piece is less about pretty rhymes and more about a really raw, urgent warning passed from one generation to the next. The poem just pulls you right in with this haunting request. It's not a happy song, it's a lament, a ballad that feels heavy with memory. These first few lines set the stage immediately for what's been inherited. A world that's been built on pain, on theft, and on promises so empty they were only good for the dead. So this inheritance of wounds is really where the poem starts its lesson. Before we can even start thinking about building a better future, the poem forces us to look back and confront a very specific history of failure and betrayal. It's basically saying, you have to remember this. I mean, this image is just a gut punch, isn't it? A road that was supposed to represent connection, progress, and it just stops. It's such a powerful metaphor for squandered potential, for public money that just vanished, and for a journey that was never actually meant to be finished for the people. Now, what's really clever here is the timing, at night. This tells you it's not just about destruction, it's about doing it secretly. It paints this picture of environmental ruin happening under the cover of darkness, where no one can be held accountable, and the real damage isn't seen until it's way, way too late. So, from the ground, the poem then takes us up into the sky. We're shifting from problems at home to straight-up international theft. This isn't just bad management anymore. We're talking about active plundering. It creates this chillingly clear image of a nation's wealth, its very lifeblood, being flown away, leaving everyone else behind so much poorer. So when you step back and look at the whole picture the poem has painted, it's grim, but it's also incredibly clear. This isn't about just one crack in the foundation, it's a total failure across every pillar of society. You've got infrastructure, the environment, the economy, social welfare, and even basic freedoms. The poem really builds this solid foundation of grievances for its argument. But the poem doesn't just list what went wrong, it goes so much deeper. It starts to dissect the very anatomy of this deceit, to explain how it was all allowed to happen in the first place. It shows you how one rotten institution enables another, creating this devastating domino effect of decay. And here is that domino effect in action. See, it all starts by devaluing knowledge, devaluing merit. When qualifications don't mean anything anymore, it becomes so much easier to corrupt the whole legal system. And once the laws themselves can just be bent to suit whoever, well, the door is thrown wide open for incompetent people to grab huge positions of power. It's just a clear, tragic progression. And this is the terrifying endpoint, systemic corruption. The poem isn't talking about a few bad apples here. It's describing a situation where the entire system is designed to be rotten, where the rules are literally rewritten to help the corrupt. And being honest actually puts you at a disadvantage. That's a crucial point to understand. But, okay, just when the picture seems impossibly bleak, the poem makes a huge pivot. It shifts from this song of sadness to a really powerful call to action. It suggests that this painful history isn't meant to be a eulogy, it's a lesson. It's the dark prelude to a dawn that's coming, a time when young eyes learn to see. This is the question that just hangs over the entire second half of the poem, right? After being forced to remember all of this pain, after understanding the twisted logic of this whole system of deceit, what now? What is the responsibility of the next generation? How do you break the cycle? The poem's answer is beautifully clear. You have to adopt a new evidence-based standard. Forget the party lines, the catchy slogans, the flags. Ignore all those lofty promises about tomorrow. Instead, you look at the cold, hard record. You judge them not on what they say, but on the real, tangible consequences of their time and power. This line is the very heart of that new standard. It's such a potent reminder that symbols and big speeches are totally meaningless when faced with real harm. Waving a flag doesn't undo theft, and a good speech doesn't erase suffering. Accountability, the poem argues, is all about actions, not allegiances. And this new standard, this new way of judging, brings us right to the poem's powerful conclusion. It frames the act of voting not as just some simple choice, but as the culmination of this entire history, a moment that carries truly immense responsibility. So what is civic duty, according to this poem? Well, it's not just about showing up to cast a vote. It's about showing up with your eyes wide open, armed with the memory of the past and a clear standard for judgment. It's about being ready to act as a guardian for the nation's well-being. And here it is, the poem's starkest warning. The collapse of a nation isn't some sudden explosion. Nope, it's a slow, creeping erosion that's caused by repeatedly making the same bad choices at the ballot box. Every single election is a crossroads, a chance to either reinforce the decay or to finally begin the process of healing. The stakes just couldn't be higher. And this is the final, resonant message that brings it all home. The right to vote wasn't just handed over, it was earned. It was earned through every single bit of the suffering that was described in the first half of the poem. It was dearly bought with every broken promise, every stolen coin, and every voice that was silenced. To treat that vote lightly is to dishonor all of that sacrifice. So, in the end, the ballad leaves us with this direct challenge. It transforms from a lesson about the past into a question for your future. It places the weight of history and the hope of tomorrow squarely in your hands. It's asking what story you will choose to write next. The pen is right there, in your hand.
Thank you for watching.